Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here to take a look at this new optic that was sent out to the channel from ZeroTech. This is the ZeroTech Thrive HD 1:8 second focal plane optic. This is the optic I'll be running on my BCM for the upcoming Recce build or GPR build competition with It's Johnny Wick and Crusader Armory TV. And I think this optic is going to give me a very good edge. I've got my buddy Not John Lovell out here on the range with me today, and the two of us are going to be putting rounds on paper and putting rounds on steel and discussing this optic. Now, we have been shooting this quite extensively for the last 2 weeks, preparing for the upcoming competition, and I really am excited about this build. All right, so just to run through some of the features on the scope, one of the things that's really cool, so you do have your throw lever here. You got a 1:8 throw. Now, in the box, it does come with an enhanced throw lever. I just didn't put it on because I have not found that I needed it just yet. I may play around with that. I may end up running it by the time the competition is in place. So you do have protected scope caps for your turrets, quarter MOA adjustments, and these are very precise, very tactile. I had no problem zeroing this rifle, and I have got this thing dialed in very well. We've been doing some load testing the past couple days. I think I found the perfect load for this rifle, at least for putting rounds on paper and making it look nice. So I'm pretty excited about that. It does have an adjustable diopter, illuminated reticle, and this is cool. I've never actually seen this before in an optic, but this has built-in scope caps that are removable, but they're threaded into the objective and the rear of the scope itself. They flip out of the way, they stay in place, they're not obtrusive, and they don't really add any bulk or weight to the scope itself. The one thing I will say about the rear one, you will need to remove it and adjust your diopter and then reinstall it to have it set to your eye. Inside the package, it does come with all the tools, cleaning cloths, batteries, everything else you'd expect for an optic. And this is coming in at a price point that I think is punching well above its weight class. But I do have to say, I've been shooting this for the past couple weeks. I really like this. I think this is probably my favorite LPVO that I have ever owned. And I'm actually super impressed with it. I don't see me taking it off of this rifle after this competition is done. I really like this optic. Super clear glass, edge to edge clarity. The eyebox is very forgiving, and that, for me, that is the killer for scopes. If the eyebox sucks or if it's super tight eye relief, I'm not gonna like the scope. And I'm telling you, I like this one a lot. All right, guys, so I did talk to the people over at ZeroTech, and I was able to work out a discount code for my viewers. So if you use the code CHUNKY, it'll save you 10%. This is a really nice optic. I cannot stress how much I like this thing. All right, let's do some shooting. All right, guys, so we got Not John Lovell behind the scope now, looking at the ZeroTech. As you can see, we have different eyeballs. So he did have to adjust the rear diopter a little bit. So, Not John Lovell, what is your overall opinion so far? I know you've been shooting it with me for the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I like the scope. I like the reticle in it. It does have a little tiny bit of fisheye at 1x, but, you know, it is what it is. But, no, I mean, overall, I think it's a great scope. The glass is, like, clear.
Yep. How do you feel about the eye box and the eye relief?
I'm happy with it. I mean, for a 1:8, you know, it's not like it's not really, you know, punishing it. I think it's a little bit better than that PLXC I got, to be honest.
What's the MSRP on the PLX?
MSRP is like 14 or 1300 or something.
Damn, so that one is coming in at 450 MSRP, and then with my code, it's 10% off. So it's like a $400 optic. So does that change, like, does it make it more impressive, less impressive? Like, you know.
I'm impressed with it for the price.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. And you said that you think the eye relief and eye box is better than the PLX?
Yeah, which, I mean, it is to be expected because this is a bigger scope and the PLX is like, shorter. I mean, because with the LPVO, you got trade-offs. So if you want it like short and light, you're going to give up something in, you know,
okay,
in an area. But,
yeah, no doubt.
But no, it's, I mean, for the price, man, this is a damn good scope.
All right, so I guess at the end of the day, the question is, would you buy one? I mean, I know you've got your PLX, so you don't need one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd buy one.
And you've been shooting with it, so you know this thing is like, it's holding zero perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we've been shooting a lot, just shooting groups on paper with this, because we do have this GPR competition coming up. So far, I'm super impressed. But enough of us talking. Let's go ahead and start putting some bullets on steel. All right, guys, so we got Not John Lovell going to take some shots on the BCM. See how he does shooting some steel out here at about 200 yards. You want to just call your shots or however you want to do it?
I'll do the hostage target to the left at 100.
All right. All right, cool. Center hit, 100 yards.
Do the bear.
Bear was a hit. Something just ran through. You see that deer?
Yeah. Try the gong at, what is that, 175?
175, confirm. Good shot, impact.
And I'll try the gong at 100 or 200.
200, hitting it.
And let's try the orange. What is that, a 6-inch?
That's a 6-inch at 200, yep. Good shot, good shot.
I'll do Bigfoot.
Bigfoot at 200. Impact.
Best silhouette.
Yep.
I'll do the hostage at 100. Yep. That was me.
That came clean
off.
off.
Those 2 shots were all me.
I want to point out that was a Chinese target that just dropped the hostage plate. I guess we'll see if that survived.
That's the precision target.
That is the precisiontargets.net hostage target. It's holding up well now that I put it together correctly. Good shot.
Yeah, man.
All right, so you just finished putting the mag through it. Give us your thoughts on the scope. I know we just talked about it a little bit, but it's fresh in your mind now.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I think it's a great scope. The glass is good glass. I will say I would have put something for a throw lever on there.
So I was talking about that. You weren't out here at the minute, but there is one in the box. I just haven't put it on there yet.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think for the price, it's you can't go wrong with it. The cap turrets.
Yep.
I mean,
illuminated reticle.
Yeah, illuminated reticle.
Yep.
Yeah. Second focal plane.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and switch places. I'm going to put some rounds through it. I'm going to go ahead and start at 2x, and we'll start at 100 yards. I wouldn't shoot that. That's these reloads being a touch too long for the magazine. Alright, let's get back into it. I gotta go for that 4-inch gong at 100. We're gonna crank that zoom in. Nailed it. Just said too, I had another hang up on those reloads.
Yeah, that metal mag is in that ammo can.
Cool. These are reloaded. Alright, I just said that I knew 77s were hitting a touch high. Alright, so we're going to go back on that 4-inch with the 77. Nailed it once I hold high. We'll go out to 150, crack the bear. Go out to 175, crack the gong. Crack the other gong. Let's go for Bigfoot. Let's go for the 6-inch at 200. Silhouette. These are 55s. So these should be pretty much dead on the money. We're gonna go back to 200. Bigfoot. Long. Silhouette. And the 6-inch. 175. 175. Going back to 150. Pulled that one, going back to 100 to the 4-inch. 100 hostage in the center. 100 hostage, hostage. 100 hostage, gonna hit the hostage in the head. Guys, I think I've got this thing set up perfectly for this GPR build, and I really cannot stress how much I like the ZeroTech optic. I didn't even mess with the diopter after Not John Lovell changed it, and honestly, I didn't even notice. We got that suppressor baking hot. She is smoking. Again, I want to give a big shout out to ZeroTech for sending this out to the channel. I actually like it a lot. I would have no problem buying one of these. They actually make some different optics that are like mid power and high power. I may have to pick one of those up myself for a different rifle. Also want to give a shout out to PrecisionTargets.net for providing the new steel for the range that you guys are seeing. So huge shout out to them. Coupon code CHUNKY all around to save you 10%. If you buy anything, try the code CHUNKY. It may save you some money. All right, guys, let's go ahead and try putting some stuff on paper. We'll see how this thing's printing on paper. All right, guys, so the bottom fell out on us, but thankfully we popped the tin up. We're gonna go ahead now. We're both gonna shoot 2 groups of 5, and we're gonna see how this thing prints. All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the head box. All right, I'm gonna take a breath, and then I'm gonna pick a different one on there. And go ahead and go for the left side. And this is rain. This is pretty much some of the worst conditions possible. You got wind blowing, there's a storm coming in. All right, I think I may have pulled one, but no time for excuses. Let's let Not John Lovell shoot his group. And guys, I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't have like a range bag to shoot off of, get a sock, fill it with like 3 pounds of rice. It is a game changer.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I did the left and then the head. All right, cool. All shots are done. Let's go see what it looks like.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, I'm not mad at this. So for wind and rain in a BCM, which to be fair, are not known for being the most accurate rifles on the planet.
It's like average 2 inch.
2 MOA?
Yeah.
Pretty consistent 2 MOA. She's holding 0 well. I'm not mad at that, not for the conditions. All right, guys, so that was everything. We've shot groups, we shot steel. I told you about all the features. This is the 3rd day in a row. Not John Lovell and I have been out here on the range all day. He's in way better shape than me. I'm exhausted. It just is what it is. I'm super happy with how the BCM is performing. I think I'm going to have a pretty good shot at this upcoming competition. Not John Lovell's a real contender, running his LMT. He's going to be a problem. Crusader Armory, always a problem. And Johnny Wick, I haven't shot against him yet, so I'm not sure how he's going to do.
It's a wild card.
But he is definitely a wild card. So you guys should definitely tune in to see how this competition goes. I don't know how it's going to go. I have a feeling they're going to try to skew the competition in their favor by introducing a lot of like running drills. Obviously, I'm at a disadvantage. But I've thought of some stuff I think I'm going to try to introduce that may even the playing field a little bit. You guys will just have to stay tuned to see what that is. But that's it, guys. That is the optic. I like it. Not John Lovell doesn't like anything, and he likes it. I think for its price point, it's a very good scope. I think in general, it's just a good scope, and it happens to come in at a great price point. I'm super happy with it. I don't think I'll be changing it once we finish the competition. I really like the way this BCM is set up, and I'm going to keep it that way, at least for the foreseeable future. But as always, thank you guys for watching the channel. Thank you guys for supporting. Bully us in the comments. Make Not John Lovell make his own channel. We've been trying to talk him into it, and he's just being stubborn. But as always, you guys stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, guys.